Hi guys and ladies, welcome back to another exciting episode. My name is Disaba. This is episode number 17 of our Being an Analyst podcast. On this episode, we're going to be talking and asking the following question: is South African SMMEs in informal market ready for the benefit of 4IR? Is South African SMMEs operating in the informal market? Remember, it's informal because of certain financial terminology, but is those people operating in this so-called informal market, are they ready to harness the benefit of 4IR? Don't you worry about that. If you already have an answer, I'm going to also present my perspective and you'll get to participate and be part of a poll at the end of this podcast, and we will do all of that just after our theme song. Stay tuned. I got to realize how most people are talking about digitalization, hence why we're talking 4IR, because a lot of people are talking digitalization, meaning if you are using their mobile app or you're using their system, their computer system, then you should be digitalized. But in our case, we're talking about 4IR based on the 4IR capabilities. And the most question that we're asking is the SMME ready from that side? On episode number 16, we've spoken about how the e-commerce market is expected to actually grow from 2022's 57 billion to now projected to be 225 billion in 2025. Imagine that, just a few years, and then you're going almost 4 times. I think the market is ready. The consumers are ready to be buying things online. I mean, there's a lot of products and solutions that are out there, but are businesses, SMMEs that are operating in an informal market, are they ready for that? Are they ready to take advantage of this 4IR? And they're informal not because they're not professional, they're informal not because they don't sell the right quality, it's because the formal market is the one where the Reserve Bank knows what happens to money. They can say, okay, money was here, it moved from December's account, it moved to the wife's account. But when it goes to the other side, they call it informal because if I have money and I take it over to some guy to cut my hair, and I also ask another guy to wash my car, and I ask another one to buy me a quota and I eat it with cash, they don't know where the cash is. So they call it the cash went into the informal market. It's got nothing to do with quality. It's got nothing to do with lack of professionalism. Everything else is in there. It's just that the Reserve Bank or the banking system cannot track where the money is. So that's why it's called informal. And we are asking here, the people that are operating in an informal market, while most work has been done on taking the money and converting it into in a way that the formal market can recognize where the money is. I mean, you name it, from trying to put card payment machines in the taxis, trying so much to put the POS machines in Spaza shops and mobile operators, all of those tricks. But the whole point is, can we be able to track money? And that's what we are trying to answer in this podcast. But not just the tracking of money. I want to take it a step further, where I'm saying the processes themselves, can they benefit from 4IR? But before then, we have to look at what does 4IR actually encompass. So 4IR has got different types of components. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 different components. A lot of them. First one is mobile devices, whether it could be cell phones. It could be, when you go into the estate, there's that device that they scan and then they can see security to say, Is this your car? Is this your license? We're talking about Internet of Things platforms. We're talking about location detection technologies or electronic identification type of a thing where we're using thumbnails or whatever we are using so that you can identify me. We're talking about advanced human-machine interfaces where I'm connecting with the machine itself. It's helping me do whatever I'm trying to do. Maybe it's that robot hand that we all saw on LinkedIn that people are actually, being innovative using robot hands. We're also looking at authentication and fraud detections, like we said. As you come through your estate or you come through your workplace, as you come in with your face, it just goes bling and it knows, it says welcome, December. We're looking at smart sensors. When you're talking about smart sensor, I saw there's a sensor that you can put on your newborn baby and it checks their temperature, the temperature. If they're crying, it sends you a thing on your phone to say the baby's crying. Well, probably it's using also Internet of Things, and this is a smart sensor. We're talking about that. We're talking about what I actually love and I advocate for here in being an analyst, which is big analytics and advanced processes, process engineers, you name everybody, encompassing all of that. We're looking at the multi-level customer interaction and customer profiling. We're looking at augmented reality or wearables, which is the VR classes. We're looking at on-demand availability of computer systems with whatever we're going to be doing. And the last one that I also advocate for is we're looking for data visualization and triggered live training, meaning that we don't have to go to a certain place anymore to get training. We can actually do training anyway. So if that's too much, 11 is too much to remember. Just remember that Industry 4.0 can be, all those 11 things can be categorized into 4. First one is the cyber physical systems, meaning that I'm coming from my VR and I'm ordering something on my VR and it gets delivered. Here's my coffee. I drink my coffee. So it's cyber physical systems. Internet of Things, where computers, mics, everything is connected. TV is connected to the internet and I can do things there. The number 3 is the on-demand availability of computer resources, meaning that if I want, I don't have to have a computer here. I can get a computer somewhere. We call that cloud computing. We're sending services somewhere and it does the computation like I had my own server in the house or my own personal computer or network of computers. I just send it somewhere, does the bidding for me, and then brings it back. So those are the cloud computing. And the last one that created hype for us has been the cognitive computing, which is where ChatGPT, Copilot, Bard, you name them, that's where they are coming in on cognitive computing to say it operates like we are talking to human beings. Now that you know what 4IR looks like, now the question is, can 4IR actually, help out informal businesses? Informal businesses, they have different terms, and the market is quite huge. But I would like to say, thank you to Gigi Adcock. He spent his whole life on determining what he calls the casinomics. He realized that the economics of this informal market is quite different, and he attempted casinomics, and I think he already got 3 books now. You can find them on Amazon or Take-A-Lot or even his website. And he estimated that the informal market is about 600 billion. Now, when he says it's around 600 billion, looking at 500 townships, Investec says, okay, if it's 600 billion, that's equivalent to about 6% of the GDP. Just about 60% or 6% of the GDP of South Africa. You and I were thinking, man, there's more money in this Kasi market. It's actually quite huge. Township economy is quite huge. But it's not just the township economy. Because when you say township economy, you're reducing it. It's informal because you can't trace what happens to money when it exchanges hands. So for that, I just want to paint a picture. We have the taverns, licensed, unlicensed. They're expected to be, exchanging about 110 billion among themselves. We have the Spaza rental, where in the township you have that complex and then you have small shops inside there. And then you can rent the Spaza there. Expected to be about 25 billion. We have salons and barbers. Lots of them. It's about 150 if we just estimate. They're expected to be worth about 10 billion that is being exchanging for hair products and hair stuff. We have the casicos, the plate, quotas, catering, all of that. Chips, bread, you name it. They're expected to be about 90 billion exchanging hands just in that service. Backroom rentals. We grew up knowing in every house there's a shack somewhere. But now it's people are building proper houses, proper rooms. That's expected to be about 20 billion on itself. There's other ones like chemist, bakeries, internet cafes. We recognize them. We can't quantify them. We don't know how big is the market. The auto traders, panel beaters, you name them. We recognize them. We can't quantify them. Another one, the people that are in construction, building material, we know them. They are the ones that are building the back rooms. We know they are there, but we can't quantify them. Because just like the auto trader, we don't know what is the average ticket price. We don't know what, if an average customer go to them, how much are they looking for and how much are they paying for that service. So for that, we can't know them. But the multi-traders, we can already estimate to say, okay, if the multi is selling average of this much and you're seeing 200 clients per day, this is how much we can estimate. So that one is estimated about 18 billion. But the biggest share is coming from the fast-moving consumer goods, FMCG. These are where the Spazas, the Shoprite, the cash and carries are coming from. They are estimated to be worth 180 billion. So 180 billion is actually quite a huge market. 180 billion, huge. So if I'm sitting here with my untrained eye and I'm thinking, whoa, hang on a second. Which ones are the low-hanging fruits that we can go in and then take advantage of 4IR? I'm assuming the one with the biggest share and the one which is easier to customize the service. I mean, the one for the Spaza rentals, you can run it like Property 24 or private property. But now, instead of people sending you messages, you can already do the e-commerce checkout there. That's already like 20 billion going in that you can help with. The salons, it's quite difficult because, I mean, I can make a booking, but I still need to come there to get my hair, done. I like the back room, I can already pay and then I'm there, or I can pay, I don't have to wait for Mustans or the owner to come over to pick up my money. I can pay online and I paid for the service. But the barbers, I still need to get my hair done. Same as the auto trader one, you still need to get your hair done. The one that the constructions, they still need to build your house. But the plates, the catering, I think that one also can benefit from 4IR because, I mean, if we're planning a family gathering or we're planning to do vowels renewal, me and my wife and I, we can get somebody to service provide the food. We go online, we click, and they come deliver the service on the day of the event. I'm assuming if you are worried about security, I'm assuming it will be the same as checkers. You go there, you don't know who's going to deliver your food, and they just open the door and there's the food. But the biggest one that is hanging and the people already know what's happening, there's going to be very low customer education, is the FMCG. And the FMCG is the one where Checkers, Pick n Pay, Spar, and Woolies are saying they are expecting a huge turnaround. I mean, Checkers is already getting 83% of its customer base. It's already coming from the Checkers 60. Imagine, 83%. People don't go queue up anymore. Those scooters are running up and down. Even if, there's more people at the store buying things for what, like low basket, low things. I'm buying chewing gum, one. The guys probably that are on the scooter, one scooter maybe is carrying 2,000 rands. So hence why 83% of their revenues is coming through the scooters. Woolies says 20% of its revenue also started coming through the app. Remember, they came late into the party, but already 20% is coming from there. Now, the question that we're asking is, will the informal ones benefit from this? Because the customers are already educated. If we have customers that are willing to pay 225 billion, they're already educated. You don't need to be running marketing. You don't need nothing. All you have to do is just to offer your services there. But the FMCG, it's got different segments, about 6 of them, and they all cater for different things. I mean, you get the cash and carries that sell in bulk. They are at the edge of the township, at the perimeters of the township, at the edge between township and town. That's where you get your cash and carries. It's estimated to be about 200 of those, and I think they can totally benefit for IR. Remember, the cash and carries are the ones, if you're buying Coke and stuff, it's supplied by ABI. So the cash and carries will have contract with ABI to supply stuff in bulk. The trucks are dumping here, and they'll have stuff with maybe Unilever and Pioneer Food, you name it. They'll bring their food to the cash and carry, and the cash and carry play a very vital role because they are the distribution center to all the other parts into the informal sector. So they are, although they are more corporate, but they play a very, very vital role into getting the goods anywhere else. Just after the cash and carries, we have the MIDI. The MIDI are what you call the independent wholesalers. They are normally most often selling in bulk, so you get things in boxes. You don't go there buy one Coke, even though they can maybe sell one Coke by the counter, but you go there to buy bulks of Cokes, and they're selling in bulks, and they are probably situated not at the end of the townships, but they're situated inside the townships, and most of them are often operated by expatriates, people from Somalia or Ethiopia, or some of them are people of Indian descent, maybe Muslims, most of them, and they can be sole providers or sole proprietors, or they can be corporate or multiple shareholders. Meaning, I've seen most of most Muslim people saying they club together, and then they operate all those stores. So you can club together, create your stock file, and then you operate those stores. There's about more of them. It's expected that almost 2,000 of them operate within the township, the informal market. So they can take stuff in cash. I mean, they can just be cash only, or they can use machines now. So if you find yourself in those stores, at least you can be able to swipe. Besides that, we have the ShopRites. The ShopRites are like your walk-in stores. You can buy your normal groceries. They look like a ShopRite, Pick and Pay. They look like a normal store. And most of this, they go by Lucky Sevens, Choppies, AA Bazaars, whatever, Ritz Park Supermarket, can be location based. But those are the ones that are selling to the Spazas. They are selling to the people that are doing in countertops, and they are selling to us as consumers. We buy our bread there. So they don't sell in bulks anymore. Now they sell in packets. And they can sell stuff to us in packets. Now we can get a packet of tea, 10 tea bags, There's a lot of them. So it's about 30,000, because every township, every corner, there's a complex, and they're selling some. There's a shop everywhere. Most of these have been turning into like your normal chains, where your Pick and Pays are walking in, your ShopRites are walking in, creating new saves, and them. They're competing with the ShopRites. Besides that, I believe the cash and carry, the midis, the ShopRites, I can feel if there's a system that's put in place where whether we order as walk-in customers, or the ShopRites orders from the media or orders from the cash and carry, if there's an API business going over there could be good benefits. Besides that, there's the other one, which are the Spaza shops, which are selling now they don't sell in packets, they're selling in individual, one by one. You can get one pill, this aspirin, you get one. Those ones are a lot. Same as the tabletop, you go there, you buy your veggies, you buy your cigarettes, one. Cigarettes no longer the pack. And the mobile traders who are coming over to your car, if you want mobile, they're everywhere. I feel like the Spaza's tabletop and the mobile traders, because they are really squeezing in the margins are very low. The cost of 4IR implementation or digitalization, just the standard cost might be eating too much into their share. So when I was in hostel, I opened up a Spaza. It's not even a Spaza. I was just selling snacks, like my keep and all of those. So I operated that for 2 weeks. I started with 100 rands, and every 2 days I would go into the the shop reds and the midi to go stock up ice guava and the whole big thing. And I ended up with 400. So if I could make $400 in 2 weeks, this was 2013, not 2013, 2003, 2002. If I could make 400, then let's say for a month, then I could make 800. Let's put some inflation. Let's make it 2,000 rand now, even 4,000 rand now, which is decent, money that you can make, which is way better than some of the grant money that is coming out there. But now if I were to slap you with another 200, 250 or 1,000 rand for Google, whatever, Google might be wanting 150 to have the website going and the emails going. And another AfriHost might make you another one with another 120. When you add it up, it's like 500 rands disappearing for the Spaza shop to have it operated, to have an e-commerce system running. It's really going to eat into their budgets. But the ones that I'm looking at, the superettes, the media, and the cash and carry, I believe there's an opportunity. I remember in 2013 when we opened up a cake shop, a coffee and cake shop, Malebuan Cakes. I would most often than not, go into the cash and carries to go buy, flour, you buy your cups, you buy everything, your coffee, you buy everything. And although most of them, they would give you a card so that they can track what you are buying, but I didn't have a system that I can go in back then I can do my orders and then my order could be delivered. Yes, I had Nestle. Nestle would deliver coffees to me. I'll just pick up the phone and call the guy and he would deliver coffee to me. And he say, if the coffee gets old, call me, I'll come pick it up, all of those things. But there wasn't a system or anything. You have to call a person whenever. He was a rep. But I feel like if you digitalize that, then you can actually harness the power of 4IR, whether it's the senses, it's whatever. That's just my feeling. But this is not about what I'm feeling. It's about what you are saying or what you are feeling. Do you believe that the informal market that we've spoken about, I know I'm looking now into FMCG, you can look at anywhere. Do you believe that they can benefit from 4IR technologies? And can it be done? If you feel you can have a say, it's a yes or no question. Just take your poll at the end of this podcast and have your say. As for me, let's chat again on the next episode.